This race, 63 laps, 157 miles, and it's a clean go this time. And Nigel Mansell, with a tremendous burst of acceleration, leads Senna. Prost is in third position. Keke Rosberg is well up there. Alboreto has slipped down through the field, and Nigel Mansell, who did so well, has now lost the lead to Ayrton Senna, who nips through on the inside of the right-hander, and it is Senna, Mansell, Prost, Keke Rosberg, Eddie Cheever, Michele Alboreto, Stefan Johansson in ninth position.
Yes, Alboreto got a bit of a mess going around the outside of the first corner and caused Elio De Angelis a lot of trouble because he had to slow right down on the outside of the corner, and De Angelis was making a nice run round the outside, and that cost him a lot. But Senna has jumped into the lead despite not making the best start. I noticed that we didn't have a red light then. We went straight on to a sort of greeny blue light, and the drivers went, and I suspect that caught a few drivers napping.
And already out of the race on lap 1, Ghinzani, Piercarlo Ghinzani in the Osella. Last year only 6 cars finished the race, and I'll be quite surprised if many more than that finish this year on this tremendously demanding, bumpy, rough circuit. Lap 1, Ayrton Senna leads. In second position, it's still Nigel. The two Williams cars are well up. Prost is fourth, Alboreto fifth. And there goes Prost, and now they've got the problem of getting Ghinzani's car off the circuit, which is surrounded by debris fencing through the Atwater Tunnel, coming through to complete lap 1. And it is Senna, it's the two Williams cars. Now, they could well be the dark horses of this race, because they have both got the new Honda engines. Prost in fourth position, Alboreto in fifth place, and Senna leads. Lap 2, behind him is... It's terribly difficult to identify as they go past, but certainly the two Williams in second and third places. Nigel Mansell from second on the grid, Keke Rosberg from fifth position on the grid. And yet another one, that's the Alfa Romeo of Eddie Cheever, and he is in the pits. So now Ayrton Senna's going to have his time cut out to try to control the race from the front. And it's Rosberg right behind him. Keke Rosberg has come up from fifth to second in the Williams. These cars completely redesigned, of course, since last year by Patrick Head, the two Williams cars made in Didcot. They've got the much improved V6 turbocharged Honda engine, and Keke Rosberg is hungry for victory, as he is for World Championship points, because Rosberg, number 6, has only got 3 points in the championship. There he is, and he's got up ahead of his teammate Nigel Mansell, but it's a wonderfully heartening situation on lap 2, coming up to the end of it.
Alboreto was seen locking up there through the S's in the first part of that corner, but they all appear to be safely through at this moment.
Yes, that was the puff of blue smoke you saw coming off Alboreto's car, locked his brakes. Teo Fabi, incidentally, was very slow away from pole position, never really got the car moving, but so we'll have to have a look, see where he is, but I would guess he's probably dropped down to 8th or 9th place.
Into the second gear corner, the Dunlop corner at the far end of the circuit. You can see how much runoff area there is there. And there we look at the leader. It's Ayrton Senna. He's through into the lead. He's made another fantastic start. He made a superb start at the British Grand Prix. Right behind him is Rosberg. Rosberg's not going to let him get away this time, so it's a repeat of the British Grand Prix. And already there's Rosberg making a challenge.
Yes, tremendous burst of power there from the Williams. Rosberg just simply powered past Ayrton Senna. And Rosberg Rosberg's obviously taking the other course. He's really attacking at the beginning of the race. A lot of the drivers, I think, are going to be taking it pretty carefully. Senna, I know, he's running. Here we see again as Rosberg just simply powers past Senna for the lead. I have a pretty good idea that Senna's got to be pretty careful with his tyres. He's running the C compound, which is the softest race compound. on his car, and he wants to make sure it all stays there.
52 laps, the cars have been refueled on the grid. 40 minutes later, the Austrian Grand Prix restarts, and again a bad start for Nigel Mansell, a brilliant start for Keke Rosberg, who passes not only Mansell but Lauda as well, and is in second place as they come out of the Hella-League chicane and up towards the Glatz curve.
All pretty much say, oops, somebody was on the grass coming out then, and it looked as if it might have been a bit messy, but all bar one anyway were safely through. You may have seen a big shower of sparks from Rosberg's car as he was approaching that first chicane. Worry not, that was just the skid plates, with the car's very heavy at the moment. It's full fuel load, and there it is again. So the Williams is bottoming quite badly, but it is protected for that. They use plates which wear away during the race, but they protect the bottom of the car. So Rosberg, once again, a really fiery, aggressive opening.
Piquet stationary, absolutely stationary on the start, and as the rest surge away, and it looks as though the pole position man is stuck at the start. Well, there he is. Good heavens, I wonder if Piquet's broken a drive shaft, broken something in the gearbox. He's obviously got no transmission at all, and while the man who worked so hard for pole position is stationary, the leader is, sure enough, Keke Rosberg, with in second position one of the JPS cars. Theo Fabi is in third position, so he did have a good start, and it looks like a push start for Nelson Piquet. And my goodness, he will have everything to do. This is happening right in front of me, and his engine is spluttering. I don't think Piquet is going to get away as you look at Rosberg, Senna, Fabi, then the McLaren of Alain Prost, and Niki Lauda is already up to fourth position, having started 10th on the grid. Let's look at the replay again of the start and watch Piquet at the front.
Yes, and Piquet has finally got away. They pushed him down the road and he fired the engine up, but I suspect that will get him disqualification for outside assistance. There he is, sitting still. And in fairness, they did very well to avoid Piquet. He was sitting there right at the front of the grid. It's very difficult for the following drivers to see, and here they go, completing the first lap. Rosberg already with a little bit of a lead, with Senna in second place.
As they stream up to the Rettifilio, you can see Ayrton Senna across the sand on the left and the right, and it's thrown up a tremendous cloud of sand dust, which has delayed some of the drivers immediately behind him. Kenny Atchison gets away last of all in the Ram, and it's the Williams in the lead, followed by Ayrton Senna, and left at the start altogether is Ghinzani with the sparks flying, and it's Nigel Mansell well up there with behind him the other of the two Williams cars, the leader round the right-hander at the Lesmo, now the second Lesmo. The Williams are first and second. In third position it's Ayrton Senna, in fourth position it's Alain Prost, in fifth position it is Elio De Angelis, and the sparks being struck off the track are from the titanium skid plates. That's Ghinzani being pushed in. There's nothing to worry about those sparks, with Rosberg leading, with Nigel Mansell second, with Senna in third position. They're going down to the Parabolica. That is Alvaretto, number 27, in the Ferrari, and behind him you can see the Brabham BMW as Rosberg goes into the Parabolica.